Hello everyone, welcome to AK Competitives. I am Mallesh Koram, and in this lecture we are going to discuss the concept of motion of an object in front of a curved mirror. Like when we are going to consider an object which is moving in front of a curved mirror, how its image is going to be moving and what are going to be mathematical relations. Okay, so without wasting the time, let's get into the topic. Alright, the topic is going to be motion of an object in front of a curved mirror. Okay, motion of an object in front of a curved mirror. So we are going to divide this topic into two parts and we are going to discuss each part separately. So how we are going to classify? The first one, suppose if I take a curved mirror like this, then if I have a principal axis, then along the principal axis, if the object is moving, how we are going to get the image velocity, and when it is moving perpendicular to the principal axis, how the image velocity is going to be there. So these are the two types what we are going to discuss separately. The first one, when the object is moving along the principal axis. Okay, so let us take the diagram without wasting the time. As concave mirror we have taken, an object is taken at h0 height we can consider, and there will be an image even for this, and which is going to be formed at v distance. Okay, so now the diagram we can consider like this. Already image formation we have studied, so we don't need to go in detail to understand about image formation. So we need to understand what happens if it is moving. Okay, let us say the object is moving along the principal axis. Then you can see image also moves along the principal axis, but the size and all those things are going to be exactly same what we have studied image formation by a curved mirror, like magnification and all those things we can find out for a different position of the object. Now at this moment, if the object is given like this, if it is moving, okay, if it is moving, then image will also move. You can see that object is moving at h0 height from the principal axis, which is at only consider at that moment, just before and just after that moment, when it is crossing that particular point which is at u distance. That is where we are going to take, because based on the distance these things will change. So we are going to see in calculation even. So now image will also moving like this. Okay, now here the direction again depends on what you can call it as where you are going to keep the object. Maybe object and image moving in the same direction, or maybe object and image moving in opposite direction. That depend on where you are going to keep the object and where the image is going to be formed. Okay, now here, so how we are going to understand this? So see the definition here. If object is going to be moving towards a mirror, image direction, image motion direction is going to depend on the position. It is, we cannot be able to say directly it is going to move like this. Okay, so now here let S0 be the speed of the object and Si be the speed of the image. S0 is the speed of object and Si will be the speed of the image. Okay, now how we are going to derive the relation? First see the relation, then we are going to derive it. Okay, now here the ultimate relation is going to be like this, where we can be able to consider so nearly like this. Okay, speed of image with respect to mirror is going to be speed of object with respect to mirror multiplied by negative of square of the v by u. Okay, so then v by u already we mentioned something, right? Lateral magnification. So speed of image with respect to mirror is going to be equal to negative of square of the lateral magnification times to what you can call it as speed of object with respect to mirror. How we can derive? So let us do that now here. Okay, so now same situation I am going to consider, and let us keep this object, this image at one of the corner, and we'll try to do the derivation. Okay, now here for your reference I have given you at h0 height the object is going to be there, and hi height below the image is going to be formed only for that moment when it is crossing that particular point which is at u distance of object. We are going to consider this case from the mirror equation. What you can take mirror equation, 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. Now what you do, you need to find out the relation between speed of image and speed of object. As you can see, the object is moving, our image is moving, u and v are going to be changing. U and v are going to be changing. Then with respect to time, if you derive, differentiate object distance, you are going to get object speed. And if you are going to differentiate image distance, you are going to get image speed. Okay, now so differentiate both sides with respect to time. Okay, both sides to that above equation, differentiate with respect to time. Now what you're going to get if you're going to differentiate here? So let us see. First step, d by dt of 1 by u plus 1 by v, which is equal to d by dt of 1 by f. As you know, for a mirror, that particular focal length is going to be a constant, so that you will get 0. And on the left side, already we have done in the one of the previous lecture when we derived magnification. So in the same way we are going to do here even. And one dv by dt we can write image speed, du by dt we can write object speed. Okay, so let us try to write that in those particular terms by changing the side, and I'm going to just write like this. Now v is going to be the distance of image, v is going to be the distance of image with respect to mirror, u is going to be the distance of object with respect to mirror. When you differentiate, we will get only the velocity or speed, relative speed we are going to get. But most of the times in any books you are going to see, they will directly consider this as image speed and object speed. We cannot do that, because there if you consider mirror is going to be fixed, you can do that, because speed of mirror will be 0. If not, you cannot be able to do that. Okay, so it is going to be a relative velocity, speed of image with respect to mirror, speed of object with respect to mirror. It's a relative speed. If you're going to write in exact terms like speed of image and speed of object, how we can write? See this. So now here speed of image with respect to mirror is speed of image minus speed of mirror. Okay, then when you're going to write that, you're going to get like this. Okay, so now this v by u you can write as m lateral. So speed of image is equal to, just change the side, nothing more than that you are doing, and this direct formula you can utilize, or else you can keep this only in mind and directly solve the problem. There is no worry about it. Okay, this is the idea how when we are going to have object is moving along the principal axis. Let us move to the next part now. So when the object is going to be moving perpendicular to the principal axis, how you can solve the problem under that condition. Let us see now. So here object is going to be placed perpendicular to the principal axis. So let us take the head of that particular person we are going to consider as h0, and that point we are going to treat our object. Okay, you can take a point object even, but I have given you this kind of extended object just for your reference. But take that head of the given object is going to be a point object you can consider. Now here image is going to be formed. Again, image formation I am not saying, because already we are familiar. Let us see if this particular object is moving, image will also move on this side, you can see. Okay, as the object is moving, image will also move here, you can see that. Okay, now here object as it is moving, you can see that object height is rising, object height is increasing, and image height is also increasing. But one point you can clearly see which is differed from the previous case is going to be object and image distances are going to be remaining same. So now when these remain same, how you are going to treat? So just differentiate the magnification formula, you are going to get what you can call it as relation between speed of image and speed of object. How we can do that? So dhi by dt is going to be called as speed of image, and dh0 by dt is going to give you speed of the object. And this v by u is going to be constant because u and v are going to be remaining same. Those values are not changing. Now here object is moving perpendicular to the principal axis, image is also moving perpendicular to the principal axis. So now here this is the way how you are going to find the equation, and this is the idea. So we'll see now a problem. In this problem we are going to see when object is having some part of motion along the principal axis and some part of motion perpendicular to the principal axis. Okay, such problem we are going to take here. Let us take a point object is placed, point object is projected from a point on the principal axis of concave mirror of focal length 20 centimeters with what speed? Root 5 meters per second. At what angle you are going to send? At tan inverse of 2. Okay, with respect to principal axis as shown in this figure. I'll show you the diagram even. And now here find out the relative speed of image with respect to mirror, then you need to find out with respect to object. And here mirror is not moving, so that directly also you can consider. Where the image is going to be formed? Image will be formed like this, somehow like this. Now if object starts moving, so how it is moving? It is moving at theta is equal to tan inverse of 2 with respect to principal axis. Now it will be having two components. One is x component of the object speed and one is y component of the object speed. Okay, I have taken v only, you can take s also for the speed. Okay, now even image will also be having a components, right? Two components it will be having. Now where object you are keeping, where image is going to be forming, you have to find it out by using mirror equation. After that only you have to go for speeds calculation. Let us see how the object is moving. Object is moving like this, then image may move like this. Okay, so roughly I am going to give you in the diagram. Let us try to find out how we can solve this particular problem. Now what is going to be the components you can find? Theta is equal to v naught x is equal to v naught cos theta, v naught y and v naught y, which is equal to what you can write? V naught sin theta. So what is cos theta and sin theta? Here you don't have that value, so tan theta is given. Tan theta value, how much is given to you? Tan theta is equal to 2. Then sin theta will be, if you take a Pythagoras theorem, so by taking a right angle triangle here, sin theta will be 2 by root 5 and cos theta will be 1 by root 5. You can directly calculate what you can call it as the value of cos theta as well as sin theta. Now how you can find this one? V of the object is this, V naught of object. V naught of x component is going to be V naught. V naught is how much? Root 5 they have given. Root 5 cos theta. Cos theta how much you got? Cos theta will be 1 by root 5. When you multiply it, you will get 1. So V naught y, which is going to be root 5 into 2 by root 5, 2. So y component is 2 and x component is 1 you are going to get. Now in this particular case, so let us try to substitute into the equation perpendicular to the principal axis. So speed of image, which component is perpendicular to principal axis? Principal axis is along x-axis, so y-axis is perpendicular. Y component, which is going to be negative of v by u multiplied by what is going to be this particular value of v naught of object y component. Now here you don't have v, the image distance, so better you use f by f minus u as going to be the value. So speed of v image y component minus of f. What is the f? 20 meters is given. So sorry, 20 centimeters is given. 20 centimeters, which is going to be negative. Why? Because it's a concave mirror. Minus 20 divided by minus 20 minus of minus plus. At what distance you have kept the object? 30 centimeters plus 30. Multiplied by y component speed, you got 2, right? So now speed of image y component minus 20 by 10, which you will get minus 2. Minus of minus plus 2 into 2, 4 meters per second. You got y component. Okay, you got y component. Now let us move to x component. X component, how you can find it? So let us see here. V of image x component, which is equal to, we have seen, right, negative of v square by u square multiplied by speed of object minus of that v by u, I can write f by f minus u whole the square speed of object x component. Okay, now here if I write the value speed of image x component minus of how much f? Minus 20. So already we have got here, right? So this side we got it minus 20 by 20 plus 30, minus 20 plus 30. Let me write multiplied by 1. Now speed of image x component will be, how much this will get? We'll get minus 2 whole the square, so it will become 4. Minus 4 meters per second. Okay, so this is the idea how we are going to do the problem. Just we are taking x component which is parallel to the principal axis, y component we are going to take perpendicular to the principal axis, and we are going to take the resultant. So same thing you can do even if z component is given which is perpendicular to this principal axis. Okay, so this is the idea of the problem what we can do, and you can find out the magnitude what you are going to get. 36 plus 25. Okay, 36 plus 25 you're going to get as 61. Alright, so this is the topic for today's session, and in the next lecture we are going to meet with another interesting topic like coordinates of image when the object coordinates are given. Okay, so I hope all of you like the video, and if you like it, please like the video and share the video. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel so that you can get all updates of my future videos. Thank you all.